First of all, congratulations that you have clicked on this video, because in this one what we are going to do is we are going to master a tool. We are also going to design this hero section which you can see on your screen, but we are going to master a tool. And that tool is, if you can see, the star is over here. Now this star is made up of 4 circles, or basically 5 circles. And I'm going to tell you that how can you create this and how can you provide this mirror effect on this part only of this image. So let's start this video. Well, before starting, let's take a quick view of this screen because it is important to understand what we have been given on the screen. So let me zoom in first. So not that. So from here, I'm going to zoom in so that you can see it better. Perfect. And now over here, if you see, I have the pages. Currently working on YouTube, that's why it is highlighted. And then over here we have the layers. Every element and every frame that I'm going to drop here on the canvas, it is going to appear over here. Let me give you an example. So take a rectangle, put it over here, and it will be shown over here. I will delete this one. And now when I click on the resources, you will see I go to a frame. So I double clicked on this grid icon and I went to this frame. Well, this frame contains these elements, the pictures and the colors that I'm going to be using for the design. And over here you will see a black box. This black box will tell you all the shortcuts that I'm using while designing so that you don't miss out anything. Now let me start designing by taking a first frame. So to take a frame, what you need to do is you need to go over here on this grid icon. So here what you can do is you can also press F or you can click on this icon, and then you will go to under desktop and select this desktop frame. It will be dropped on your canvas something like this, and this is quite small. To make it large, or basically to zoom in, what you need to do is you just need to hit Shift and 2. So this is perfect. And now what I want to do is first I want to prepare this background. So I will select this one and let's first change the color to this color which was taken from the resources, and then cross it. And I will also provide some corner to these edges. So for the corner it is going to be 58. Yeah, 58 is perfect. Now I'm going to provide a stroke of my black color, which is quite different than the black we have. So this is our black color. And then I will also provide a weight of 4. So this is how our frame is prepared. But we are not done yet. We need to select this one, go at the very bottom and search for layout guide, enable it, go to columns, and here I will put 16. And in the margin I'm going to put 120. So these red rectangles have appeared on this frame, and these are going to guide me throughout the process of designing so that I don't miss any alignment. So now this is done. Let me start working with the header first. So the header contains 3 things. The first one is the site name, and the second thing is the nav links, and the third thing is a button. We are going to have all of them, but the position is going to be changed. Typically, the site name goes over here, the nav links goes over here, and the button goes over here. Since we are going to have a big picture, we need to utilize the spacing very intelligently. Now, I will zoom in over here, take a text, and then here I will write window and a slash. This will serve as the logo of this website. So outfit is going to be the font family, but the size is going to be 32. The color is also going to be changed, which is going to be our black color, which is 34, 34 and 34. And this font weight is going to be medium. And now I will select it and paste it over here, something like this. Now we want this gap to be 50. Let's see what is it. So you just need to select this element and hold Alt key. Then move your cursor out and you will see 94 is the gap. I want 50. So let's make it. It is 64. Now 54. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, perfect. 50. We can increase it later on if we want, but for now, this is perfect. Let's start working with the second thing, which is the nav links. So zoom in over here, take a text, and let's write over here. So first link is going to be home, and the second link is going to be gallery, and the third one is going to be auction. Since this is an art gallery website, I will select all of them, provide our color, which is 3:4, and reduce down the size to 20 pixels. And then I will also put them in auto layout, which you can find from here. So you can use Shift A, which is a shortcut. So now they are inside this auto layout and they have been aligned perfectly well. Now for the padding part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide some padding to these. But I have found a hack to provide padding, or to provide a perfect padding. So if we increase the gap to, let's say, 70, we will have the left and the right padding as 35, which is exactly the half of 70. Let me provide a stroke, which is a border with a 3:4 color, and a weight of 1 is okay, and 30% of the opacity. Now as you can see, this gap and this gap is 35 pixels each side. Now for the vertical, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide 12, and in the corner radius it is going to be full. I will select this and paste it over here, something like this. Perfect. Now if you see, if user is on the home page, he will get confused that what page he is on. Either it is gallery or auction or what is it. So we need to denote that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select both these text and then provide a regular font weight with the opacity of 70%. So now they are slightly less prominent than this home, and the user can guess that he is on the home page. So this is done. So the two parts of the header is done. First was the site name, second was the nav links, and third is a button. So let's design that. So over here, I will zoom in, take a frame, put it over something like this. Let's give it a fill color. So our color. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce down some dimensions. Now if I change this value to, let's say, 34, you will see only width changes. But if I go back and then clip it, now if I change the width to 49, the height will also be changed and it will preserve its shape. And here in the corner radius, I'm going to provide full, so it will become a circle. So this is how you create a circle out of a frame. Frames are typically rectangles. So if I put them over here, you can see by default, they are a rectangle, or you can say square. Square is a children of rectangle. So calling it a rectangle is a wise choice. Let me delete this. And this is how you have a frame converted into a circle. I will put it over here and let's see what is this gap. So this gap is 11. I want around 12 or maybe 14. So from here you can find the spacing and provide a spacing of 14. So this is done. Now what we need to do is we need to do something inside this button, otherwise it will look vague. So for that, let's right click, go to plugins and then find Iconify. If you don't have Iconify, you can go to manage plugins and then search for Iconify. I have already installed it, so from here I will go to view details and then run it. Now here in the search, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type arrow right, and from here we need to pick an arrow. So let's pick this one, drop it over here, cross it and put it inside this frame. Make sure this arrow is inside this frame, and we need to change the color because the contrast is not very good. So FF, and this is good. So now if you are wondering that how do I know about the contrast, about the colors and about the aesthetic of the website, it comes with the experience. and with the theoretical knowledge as well. Let me tell you about a website that I launched recently for all the UI UX designer to learn from and become a master designer. So from here in the new tab, you go to redoui.com. So this is the website, and this website contains a roadmap. The website follows a complete roadmap from where even if a beginner is starting, he can become a master UI UX designer. So as you can see, we have this introduction section where we told about user interface and user experience, and then we have this design basics. Let's open this one. And over here you will find color theory. Now inside this color theory, the concepts are explained that how can you choose colors and apply the best colors. I will also tell you one interesting part of this website, that this website is not only user friendly, but this has a practice based approach. It means at the very last of every lesson you will be presented with a challenge which you need to complete, and if you do it, you will be one step closer to becoming a master designer. So I hope you will go to Redo UI and start learning from here. And also let me tell you something, there is a section called Improve Platform in our website at the very bottom of the landing page. So here we have this section where what you can do is, if you have any suggestions or the improvements that can be made on this website, you can provide them over here and I will read it all. This website is on the first version and I want to improve this and make it an ecosystem from where anyone can become a designer. So I hope you will help me and you will help your fellow designers to become a great designer. So let's go back to Figma and continue designing our hero section. So now, so far as you can see, we have this much of the part, and as I told you that the nav links and the buttons are going to be here and they are placed quite well. But I guess we can make the alignment a bit better. So I will select all of them and then I will use this alignment tool, which is vertical centers. Just to check they are on the center, and they are. I will put it a bit up. Yeah, perfect. Let's see. Yeah, good enough. It looks better. Now we need a picture to paste it over here. For that, we will go to resources, select this picture, copy it, go to desktop and paste it over here. Now this is not in the middle. I will put this by using this vertical centers and then towards here, something like this. Yeah. And now I will check how much is this gap below this picture. So the current gap is 70. I want around 64. So now it should be 60 and towards the top 1, 2, 3, 4. And now it is 64, which is perfect. Now what we need to do is we need to provide corner radius, and the corner radius might be looking like this in your design, but if I enable this option, it will give me access of each corner. So if I change this value to 300, this corner will be provided a radius, and I will also give this a 300 as well. So this will create a window like effect. Since our website name is window, I needed a theme which is window in this case. Now I will select this and I will put it a bit left. Yeah, perfect. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a rectangle, put it over here. Now let's see what is the dimension of this picture. So the width is 475 and the height is 825. So select it, 475 in the width and 825 in the height. And I will align it with the picture first and also provide the same corner radius. So 300 from left, 300 from right. Since we don't want the fill color, I will remove it and provide a stroke instead. The color of the stroke is going to be 3-4, but with a weight of 3. I will put it over here just above this picture, or what you can do is you can select both of them and then use this alignment to put it over the picture. So yeah, now perfect. I will select this upper rectangle, which is the border, and then put it toward the right 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4 times towards the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will create a 3D window like effect over here. This might not be very much visible, but once I'm going to provide a mirror effect over here on this border, it will look more promising. So for that look, what we are going to do is, I'm going to select this rectangle, make a copy of it and take it out over here. Fill it with a color and let's remove this stroke. So remove it. And now I will make a copy of it. So here we have a copy just above this one. And then I will change the color of the top one so that we can differentiate between the two. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm again going to do the same thing. So hold shift and towards the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now towards the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select both of these. I'm going to be utilizing a tool, which is subtract. So I will subtract this. You will see a beautiful shape has been cut out from those two rectangles. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to cut it from here. And now I will go here and on this picture, I'm going to paste it. Let me align it with the picture. Something like this. You need to make sure there is no gap between this black line and the white portion. Perfect. And from here as well. Yeah, perfect. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to provide an opacity of 10% and the color of white. I know it is not visible, but once I provide an effect and select background blur and provide a value of 12, you will see a mirror-like effect has been created. This shirt is going to be distorted, as you can see over here. This is giving a glass-like effect. So I will select this and from here I will increase it to 16. Yeah, perfect. It looks fine. Better. Now let's select this and fix some alignments. Done. Now over here for the aesthetic, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a line, put it over here just to make it look like a window more. Weight is going to be 3 with the 3-4 color, and this is going to be in the middle of this one. So yeah, it is in the middle. And now if you will see, this will look more like a window. Now let's start working with the hero text. So this part is going to be quick. So take text, put it over here and write, open the world of, select it. Outfit is good, but this is going to be regular, not medium, but regular. And the font size is going to be 72. And I will put it over here, make a copy of it. And here I'm going to write thought or thoughts. Change the font family to play ball. This one. The font size is going to be 88. Put it over here. Select both. Change the color to 3-4. And now we need to fill this gap. So for that, I will take a frame, put it over here, fill it with a color, and in the width, I'm going to provide 268, and in the height, I'm going to provide 84. The corner radius is going to be full, and let me put it over here. Select both and make sure it is aligned. Put both a bit down, just some alignment fixes. And now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select this picture, copy it, and inside this frame, I'm going to paste it. Make sure the alignment is perfect. Let me make it a bit small. Yeah, and a bit up. So now this will also resemble a window. Now I will select this, provide a stroke of white color with the weight of 2, but the opacity is going to be 30%. And this, which is the position of the border, is going to be outside the box. So let me tell you the difference. So you can see this is outside the box. When I make it inside, it goes inside this box. So I want outside of that box. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, this is perfect. Select it and put it a bit up. Now, if the user starts reading from open the world of thoughts, then he might get bored. I want to make it even more interesting. So I will select this world and highlight it using the white color. So just write white over here and this will take the white color. Now I need some description of this website. For that, I will go to another website, which is loremipsum.io, and from here I will copy this much of the text. Go to design again, take a text, paste it, select it. Since it is very large, we need to make some adjustment in the font size. So the font size is going to be 20. Regular is good, but the opacity is going to be 70%. Let's say 70% is still quite prominent. Make it 60. Yeah, 60 is good. Now let me put it over here. Make sure the alignment is correct. And now we need a button over here. For that button, I'm again going to take a text and write visit now. Select it. Change the font size to 20. It is already 20. And this is going to be medium with the white color. And I'm also going to provide an auto layout just to provide the background to this button. The horizontal padding is going to be 26 and the vertical padding is going to be 16. I know it is not visible, so let's provide a fill color of 3-4 and also make the corner radius completely round. Provide a stroke of white color with the weight 2. And just to make it look even more better, I'm going to copy this arrow and inside this frame, I'm just going to paste it. Now select it and put it over here, a bit up. Yeah, perfect. But now this white background is quite prominent. So let's reduce down some of the opacity from here. So make it 30% as well. And let's see. Yeah, a beautiful effect has been created inside this button. And also, what we can do is we can provide a crown to this hero section. So a little text over this text. So this will give a better readability. I will take a text and here I'm going to write your city's art gallery just to describe the website. Select it. Font size is going to be 20 with medium font weight, but the color is going to be 3-4. Also provide auto layout with the horizontal padding of 18 and the vertical padding of 8. It is not visible, so provide a stroke of 3-4 color and the opacity is going to be 30%, weight is going to be 1, corner radius is going to be full. So this was a quick revision because I have already told you about all these concepts. So let me put it over here. Now let's see. Yeah, good enough. We can fix some alignment, make it a bit down. This is going to be a bit up. Yeah, perfect. Now you will see we have an empty space over here. How can we utilize that? So let me make some more space there first. So I will put it a bit up. So now we have a lot of space over here. What I'm going to do is these kind of website, the beauty websites or the artistic websites always contain a large amount of text. So I'm going to just follow that. I'm going to take a line, draw it something like this. And in the stroke, the weight is going to be 4. With the color, yes, you guessed it right, 3-4. And I'm going to write some text over here, and it is also going to be the dummy text. So go to lorem ipsum, cross this at if it appears, and copy the text, this complete text. So by using this copy button, go to design, take a text and paste it over here. Now select it, change the color to 3-4 and let me put it over here. And now we need to reduce down the width. So from here I will reduce it down till here. And now you will see this is quite prominent. So we need to change some styling. Select it, make it regular. And also we need to reduce down the font size to 16. This is good. And let me put it over here, closer to the line. And now in the auto height, I'm going to provide 30 so that it has a better readability. And this line is going to be smaller, around 160. Select both. Using this alignment tool, put the line in the middle. Now select it and put it over here. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. And now we can put it a bit down. Good enough. Put this down a bit. Great. Now let me remove these red rectangles and see how it looks. So from here, hide this layout guide. Okay, this is looking amazing, but we can do something more. And by something, I mean the decoration. So I will take a text and here I'm going to write S. I will select this, change the font family to Amstelvor Alpha, this one. And from here the font size is going to be 652. It is going to be huge. The color is going to be our favorite color for this moment. And then the opacity is going to be 3%. I know 3% will not be visible, so let's provide 8%. Yeah, 8% is perfect. And this line height, let me provide it auto layout. Let me provide it auto. And now we can select it and put it something like this. Make sure it is completely aligned. And now this part looks quite amazing. But as I told you that we are going to design that star that was created by using that 5 circles, let me show you how can you do that. So over here, I'm going to press O on my keyboard to take a circle and clip it so that if I change the height to 300, the width will also be changed. Now I will select this and make duplicate of it. So Ctrl D, Ctrl D, Ctrl D and Ctrl D. So 5 of them are here. Let me put it something like this. And the last one is going to be here. Now I'm going to select all of them. The spacing between them is 22. I want -1. From here as well. This is perfect. Now you will see a star has appeared inside these circles and we want this star only. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of them and put them in union. So here you can select the union and this union convert these 4 circles into a one shape. So now they are one shape. I can move it something like this. But we want to extract out this star from these circles. So I will select this one. Let's change the color so that we can see it and put it behind them. Make sure it is completely aligned. So by using this will be in the middle. Yeah, perfect. Now I'm going to select the union and the circle, which you can see from here, the union and the circle. And then I will go over here and I will subtract it. Now by using the subtract, you will see I have subtracted all the other circles except this part that we needed. So we have successfully created this star. I will place it over here, something like this. Make it a bit small. Yeah, put it over here. change the color to 3:4 and I will select it, copy paste, put one over here, make the size a slightly larger, and since the text will not be visible even if I put it at the back, so you see the text is still not visible, I'm going to provide an opacity of 10%. So it will be slightly visible but not prominent enough to affect the readability of this text. Now make a copy of it, put it over here and make it a bit small. Yeah, so 108, this is the size, and the size for this one is 227. You can also take 228, does not matter. And this is how we have created this hero section. Now the only task that is needed is you just go over here on the canvas, click on it, then go to this show hide UI, then hit F11 on your keyboard and then zoom in perfectly. So shift and 2. And now as you can see, we together have created this beautiful website in Figma. And if you also have created it along with me, consider sending it to our Telegram group. I'll be waiting for your version of this design. We will meet in the next one.